Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Zandi. Thank you so much for joining me today. What I thought we could chat about this week is the end of my raw week. It has been a phenomenal experience, and I think I've been getting a lot of questions about it and figured this might be a great platform to share. So let's tuck in. So why did I do raw week? I had fasted, so I had done a water fast and then I did a juice only fast. And in reintroducing foods, I wanted to introduce foods that are raw so that it's easy for my body to take in that food and easily access the nutrients that's inside of them without having to work too hard. And it has been a phenomenal week, and I've always wanted to prepare raw food, and obviously food that is raw has more nutritional content, and we kind of want to work with that. So I wanted to see how I would do on a raw week. I was a little bit nervous. I thought I wouldn't be able to do it, but guess what? I did it perfectly and I loved every single moment of it. So that's kind of exciting on my side. So what are the foods that I was mostly eating? It was mostly your cruciferous vegetables. So your broccoli, your cauliflower, your kale, garlic. Those were the base of all of my meals. And I found that it made it easier for me to do food prep. So how I did it was on Sunday, I prepped a bunch of breakfast and a bunch of dinner, and then lunch was always going to be depending on how I feel. So I then made my little broccoli veggie mix, which was awesome because I could wrap kale around it and eat it. It was absolutely amazing. And then I also made, what did I make for the evening? And then in the evening I made a big garden salad where I would just get into the fridge, open it up, throw a bit of salad on my plate, and then have that for dinner. And then lunch was just a bunch of play. So that's the gist of the food bit. So with regard to food preparation and the ease of food preparation, I found it to be quite easy, but it's also because I've got a few kitchen machines that kind of help to make the whole process work out a little bit quicker. But I have linked in the description box my blog, so if you're looking for some of the recipes that I made, they are going to be in there. I just want to show you guys some of the food that I managed to make, which was really, really amazing. Have a look. And then what did I do with exercise? Well, I started exercising from that Sunday, which was just so awesome because during juice week I made the conscious decision to not train in order to help my body again have more energy to break down these new juices that were coming in without having pressure from my muscles needing more energy than we have in the body. So I've been exercising all week and it was fantastic. I felt no fatigue. I felt strong. So that was pretty cool. I don't know, there's nothing more to share around that, but what was awesome was just being able to exercise without worry. And I started doing I did my first run 7 days in, and it was shitty, but it was great to be outside, which is always a win for me. And let's chat about my sleep. So I really battled to sleep, but I generally battle to sleep. My mind is always awake, getting up to all kinds of things. So what do I have to say for sleep? I would say have a look at what your regular sleep pattern looks like and compare it to when you're on your raw foods. On my water fast, it was 50-50. On the water fast, it was 50-50. With juicing, it was 50-50. And again, this raw week, it was 50-50. On some nights I have a really great night, and on some nights I just don't. And maybe it's needing to bulk up my food and see how that works out. So we're going into cooked week anyway, so it'll be great to see how that kind of works out, right? Yeah. And the most exciting bit, my bowel movements. So on my first day, I don't think I actually went to the loo, but every day after that I did. No, actually I lie. On my first day I did go to the loo, but it was a little bit difficult. And then from day 2 onwards, it was like 1 to 2 bowel movements a day, which is pretty cool because it means that your body is actually working through the food that's in your stomach, grabbing the nutrients and getting rid of the rest. And that made me very happy. There's something about being regular that makes me feel comfortable. So awkward share, but definitely a worthwhile share. So with regard to how my weight has changed through this time, I've actually just made a note because so at the end of my water fast, I weighed 55.6 kilograms. And then at the end of my juice fast, I weighed 56 kilograms. So I had put on 400 grams. And then at the end of my raw week, I weighed 56.3, which means I put on an additional 300 grams. And I think it's actually quite testament to what the body needs, because I thought I would like double up in no time, and somehow I've managed to gain like just over a kilogram, which is exciting because I'm also building muscle. So it's an interesting thing watching what happens with my weight, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys in the loop with that. I think it's an interesting thing just watching how the body reacts to the different changes, right? And my final thoughts, I am happy with how my body has reacted during this time. I'm happy with how I felt when I've been exercising, because that's the one thing that I missed the most, because I wasn't able to do that during the 2 weeks when I was fasting. So getting back into exercise was exciting. I've always been able to work without issues, so that's not even a worry. And yeah, I would absolutely recommend you going on a raw food diet, just because it helps you have a new appreciation for food, a new appreciation to how food actually tastes. And I think that's actually been the most amazing thing. I've had the most mind-blowing food experience. Like every single meal has had me dancing in some kind of way, which is just crazy. But it's just part of the fun, and I really think it's a great journey, and if you gave it a go, you would not be sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions with regard to my raw week, please do drop me a comment below and I will respond as soon as I can. Have a fantastic week. Cheers.